Hello everybody and welcome back to Spintires Mudrunner, and in today's episode we're continuing logging of Grizzly Creek. Now I'm bringing up the big lumber truck, the one with the big trailer on. Yeah, this is going to be a bit all out. That's the gear I want. Probably should get over on the correct side of the road, but handling, what is that? Yeah, we're going to go, let's take this for a good thrash. Not now, phone. Busy. Anyway, this is just the delivery part of the run, and now I've got to turn it around at the log loading point and get the logs on it. Right, let me get in there. Of course, this is the milk run part of the job, where I have little to do but talk about it while I drive as fast as this machine will go. We need to stop here for fuel. And if I need more, I can bring it up on the bison. Pretty good, didn't even have to drop out of fourth gear. Alright, things should be on a roll now. Here's the turn off. I should have put that diff lock and oils on before I turned into the road. Of course, getting out's going to be fun with the load of long logs on it. Right, I just need to pull a U-turn. 6x6 on. Yeah, that LTL 9000 is going to be in the way, isn't it? Good thing about those pole trailers is you can turn them really tight. I mean, I have seen some stuff on the internet of people doing stuff like this. I think I was seeing one was a rigid truck with a drawbar trailer. Doing a 3-point turn on a tiny narrow mountain road. And he pulled it off in one go. You know, just sort of jackknifed his drawbar trailer into the hole and then just went for it. What's wrong with it now? Oh, you're going to demand precision. The other way I want it. Those are some long logs. I like the way they wiggle. Alright, gonna need first gear. And gently does it. Now, that looks spectacular. And yeah, I'm taking it slowly. Okay, let's see if I can get it into second. I'm not really going any faster. It's just slipping. Yeah, that's about as fast as you can go on the mud. Any attempt to go any faster just results in massive wheel spin. At least until you get some firmer roads. Now, you can move along. It's actually going a bit better than expected. Of course, the downside of having the long pole trailer is I can't really see what the back of the thing's doing. You sort of just have to trust that it's doing alright and not about to roll off the side of the hill or something. Notice the logs don't look like they're chained on or anything. I know around here legally log trucks have to chain their logs, I think within 100 meters of their loading point, you know, for health and safety, which from what I've heard drivers don't really like, because the old drivers used to leave them unchained until they were on the highway, and that way if the trailer rolled it wouldn't put and went off the side of the hill, the loads would just, if you were lucky, the load just fell off and then you were able to, the truck itself would pull clear. And if you were lucky, the truck didn't go over and you could just right the truck and carry on. You know, admittedly you probably lost the logs, but that's a trade-off. It's a cheap trade-off. Logs are a lot cheaper than a truck. Probably why they fall off in this game when you overturn, because they're not fully secured. But yeah, this map is a lot more road biased compared to the other maps in the original base game. And then I suppose in the States there tends to be better road infrastructure, so it's not such a big deal. Suppose I'd best rush the hill and hang on. There's my turn off. Wait. Of course I keep hitting the wrong button for the parking brake. It's everything but the parking brake. No, actually I want to come up to this road here. It's going to get me the closest. Oh well, useful to know. We'll need all the diff lock and everything to get moving on this hill. Also get away the first to second shift because I'm a lot quicker than the game is by default. There's an achievement for getting over 40 kilometers an hour with the logs, but I don't think I'll try it with this truck. Well, with this load, should I say. I mean, this truck can probably do it, but... I'll take it for a good old-fashioned caning. I mean, I've managed to avoid doing any damage to it so far. No, it might not stay that way. Getting out of here is going to be a fun experience, I can just tell, with all this mud. I mean, I'm going downhill right now and the truck's having to work for it. Come on, come the throttle. And we're getting there. Now I just need to go right here. I realise that I have to repeat this 3 more times. Once more in this truck and another time in the other, or 2 times in the other one. Oh yeah, I can see where the real challenge is. It's getting them down here. Right, let's see, winch. And the Spintires Plus. The new version doesn't seem to work as well for me, as I've never been able to make it run for more than 1 or 2 attempts before something breaks it. I just got sick of trying to make it work. Then I don't really like EXE based mods either. So you never know what's in them. The old one with the, admittedly, was less user friendly with having to tweak the XML each time, but at least it always worked after an update. The EXE I think has to be tailored for each one. Come on. Oh, that last bit was quite intense. Right, I think we shall settle for the far one for this time. One thing I really hate about the G920 is it's they put a rubber block under the pedal for better brake pedal feel. I think they forgot that unlike a car, my computer chair is not locked down, and it makes doing any brake related work a frickin' ordeal. I'm wondering if I can make it straight up that hill. I don't think so. Might be possible in a smaller vehicle, but not in this. Well, at least making it out is a lot easier than it is making it in. Then I hit this spot and remember why I was stuck in the first place. That's a bit better. It gets tedious rather fast. Yeah, I don't think the LTL 9000 will be able to get out of here. Or in. Maybe from the other end. This is not an easy climb. Being sure I'm barely touching the throttle in first gear, but that's about as fast as I can go without colossal wheel spin, which doesn't get you anywhere. So you sort of have to sit here and take it. He does it. A little more. Right, home stretch before we hit the decent stuff. Here's a little bit less mud. Alright, front wheels on the good stuff, back wheels on the good stuff. I still need to give it a good poke, but alright. Yeah, I didn't even have to get out of 5th gear. I like this truck. I like it a lot. Mind you, as I said, this map's mostly paved road. It's only the little bits that are going to give you a real challenge. I mean, I think even the B130 would be able to handle logs pretty decently on this section. I kind of missed how in the original Spintires you could change out the wheel setups. It was nice being able to chain the wheels for a rough road. Anyway, coming up to the, I think, I can't see anything. This time I'll put those on before I turn down here. Yeah, it's not having a bar of that. And of course this road's just going to get even more torn up as we move along. Yeah, see, I mean I could come down here in 2nd and 3rd last time. Now I'm crawling in 1st because it's all torn up. I guess having to actually work for it now. That Ford will be having a hard time. No, I'll take that one off. What was that? Some kind of animal? Oh well, got it immediately. Alright. Now I just have to repeat the process. Of course, it's the dull bit. You keep it moving, or at least try to. I don't know why it does that so much. Yeah, we're not going to get up this road any quicker, I don't think. Oh no, hang on, I got a more firmer spot. And you can just watch how the front wheels start hopping and slipping. After that, especially your crawl session. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Easy. Yeah, I will admit, at least one thing the driver of this truck's got that I haven't is air conditioning. It's actually starting to get quite hot in this room right now, and I can't turn my fan on because otherwise all you just hear is the fan blasting away. It sounds like a jet airliner on about to take off. Getting there. Oh. Some wheels on the pavement. Yeah, just not the roadside signs. Not my problem. Shouldn't have put one there. I wonder how fast I'm getting with these logs. Shame this game doesn't have a speedo, well, unless you have the dev tools open. Then you can sort of see how fast you're going. Come on. Full thrash. Don't really have to worry about fuel consumption at the moment because I've got plenty. It's not like I have to come back in again with this truck. Oh hey, I just got an achievement. Didn't think I'd get it with this one. But yeah, I think that's the one where you get over 40 kilometers an hour with a loaded truck. I didn't think I'd actually hit it with this one. Figured I'd get it with the other one though. I probably shouldn't have cut that corner, but oh well. Mind you, that bridge is the only straight flat bit. Probably could have made it here as well, but I daren't risk it. Let's see how far. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get far before it stalled out. And we're coming up on the second nightfall. I mean, look, I'm actually getting wheel spin on the downhill. Yeah, let's see, come on, come on. Yeah, I mean, I have gravity assisting me right now, and You can see how hard the road's fighting. At least the other truck's lighter. I do not know what I'd use as a tow vehicle if I get stuck. A skidder maybe? I don't look forward to driving halfway around the map with it. Oh, that heat's getting nasty. And we're only just starting summer here. Come on, turn. Still sort of moving right to that point, then of course it stops completely. Oops, didn't really mean to do that. Now, of course, I need it. I want to go to the back of my trailer. I hate doing this with the mouse, but I have to when I'm yeah, we're getting some movement now. Come on. Yeah, I don't think this tree's going to do much, but it gets me moving. Colour me impressed, it actually held. Well, this road is nasty. Now see, I thought this wasn't going to be too bad the first time, but this is one of those roads where it only really works the first time you drive down it. After that it turns into a sludge hole. I mean, I've crossed the summit, but I'm still fighting the mud. It's probably at least, what, 5 or so minutes just getting through that section. And of course now it's night time, although it's not, by looking at my other monitor it doesn't seem too bad, although that one's super bright for some reason. And I can't change that, but I just have to live with it. Doesn't seem the best place for a lumber mill. And I can sort of understand the loading points being in the middle of nowhere. Please tell me that's not a paved road that leads right to the place. It is. Oh well, I know what to do for the next two. I'll just put this out of the way. What a dolt. I didn't think to look. Advanced. Stop engine. Yeah, I could have avoided a lot of that, although I suppose it probably wouldn't have been as entertaining. Which is, in reality, what makes these videos good. let's face it, you don't watch videos that's just someone doing it. It's good to watch them struggle a bit. So you get a fair bit more entertainment. I mean, that's why fail videos are so successful. Yeah, I get a feeling this truck's going to have an easier time of it, especially now I know the secret way around. Maybe I should have pulled a trailer. Would have saved having to make a second trip. But yeah, these trips should be a lot faster. Not just for that, because I'm not pulling as much, so I can spend more time in flat out in top gear. And once you're in top gear, you can just pretty much leave it there. Oh, except for maybe that steep climb. I think that's about the only thing I'd have to worry about. Right, I'm going to let this episode run long because, as I said, I have data to spare. I don't really feel like making this a 3-episode thing. Especially as that means I can do Mount Log more next time, although I might cut the exploration short, you know, skip a lot of that. I mean, I already done it once, so I don't really need to do it again. It's kind of like I'm not skipping the night, because, well, it's not super important. It actually looks like the video doesn't suffer too much for it. Although I do prefer to do them in daylight, because you can see more. Yes, it's going to hold 5th. It is. I like it a lot. Now, pedal to the metal. Next thing you know, I'll be waiting in front of the block post and wondering how I got there. Oh. I should remember that a loaded truck is actually pretty top heavy. You look for a nice road on the left. Easier said than done. Especially when you run into this turd. It's so easy. Alright, up and over. Must be coming around here somewhere. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up down by the block point wondering how I got there. I think this actually might be slower. Knowing my luck, just due to the added length. Oh, here we are. The block point's just down there, I think. Yeah, this is the route for the lesser trucks, but I suppose it also works if you're in a rush. Yeah, it's not too bad. It eliminates the mud crawling that I hated. I mean, yeah, sure, Spintires is all about the mud, but in small doses, otherwise it gets tedious after a while. World's quickest 3-point turn. Right, and then apart from that, a little muddy area where the water's over the road, I don't actually have to get out of 5th gear again until I get back to the slip road for the log loading point. Well, unless I do something dumb, like get in the muddy spot. Anyway, let's see if I can get it done before 50 minutes is up. Yeah, normally I don't let the episodes run this long, or if I do make episodes this long, but I time-lapse them. This would actually probably make a decent time-lapse, but didn't really want to time-lapse it. I do enough time-lapses. So I just have to keep the chatter up and talk about nothing while I wait for... Alright, I don't think I can power all the way through. See if oh, hey, I actually managed it. I got out. I didn't really like me smacking it into the ground pretty hard. I guess that's the ideal route. I suppose you can always use the forwarder to bring the logs to the lesser trucks, and then they can drag it down the roads. If that makes sense. And then they don't really do it here, they just build a decent road up to it that they used to in the past. I mean, I remember one at a time when you know, your average on-road truck was limited to something like 20 tons. Some particular logging guy brought a Kenworth and then started using giant pole trailers with it, but it wasn't allowed on a public road like that. I think it was used off highway, running something like 60-70 tons of altogether, and it had 2 or 3 truckloads of normal truckloads of logs on it at once. The funny part about the story is it only had about 200 horsepower, at least back then. That truck still exists, although somewhere along the line someone's put something like a 400 horsepower engine in it so that it can actually go faster than 35 miles an hour. It didn't matter when the truck was new, because it was kind of like one of these. It was used almost exclusively off-road. I mean, I remember the story in the book I was reading said that they actually it took them nearly a day to get it across one bridge because it was simply too big. And this is the route the highway logging trucks had to do to get out of the area. So once it was up in the area, it didn't come out for about 15-20 years. Yeah, this road has certainly turned into a slimy disaster area. Now, see, if I was using my controller, I'd be in 1st gear and having a hard time of it. I get slightly better throttle control. Admittedly, having the manual gearbox really helps. Same reason why I prefer driving a manual in real life over an auto. Out of here. It only takes 1 or 2 seconds when you don't have to line the load up. videos to edit tonight. And 2 hours to do it in. I actually was planning this for Monday, but was utterly exhausted. So I ended up just doing a quick map tour. Well, not so quick, should I say. So this would have originally been Wednesday's video. Oh well, I seem to have been able to get it into 2 videos. Although now that I look at it, if I kept to my usual video length, it would be 3, maybe? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're at the 40-minute mark now. I wonder, will I beat the 50-minute mark? Or will I get it done in less than 50 minutes? I mean, it's almost morning now. So in the morning fog, just basically hustling. Alright, we're on the home stretch now. Certainly something, at least a little bit something different for once in a while. Beyond the usual truck tests and that. I mean, Mudrunner's been out for a year now. And I suppose, especially with the next 7 Days to Die is about to come out, so you'll probably start seeing videos from that in the near future. Anyway, don't need those anymore. And let's see, there's the turn off to the bog. Right, stick it in second and give it the balls. Yeah, that worked a lot better. There must have been some rough weather or something. Explain why the roads are so trashed. Right. See, this is a spot where I thought I would probably end up hitting the 40k thing. Or was it higher than 40k? I can't remember what the speed limit was for that. I really do need to do some of the other maps on hardcore to get the achievements for them sometime. It's nice actually being able to see this bit. I don't think I've ever been in this area on the map. Right, it's the second mill. And we're done. 1 hour 18 minutes. Times rescue 3, and all of that was with that little truck. Right. If you enjoyed the video, thank you. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel for more daily videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in Spintires Mudrunner.